It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
Throwing at the start. Here's Carr. This one is caught by Moreau. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Carr now on second down. Brought in by Chris Olave.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. On 1st and 10, Carr.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run here with Kamara. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Carr working out of the gun. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Milton. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Carr to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. The Saints out on top. We're back to Arlington in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. In motion is Hill. It's a give now to Kamara. Kamara got a 1st down, still going. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He's got it inside the 5. He is in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. And the Saints move out on top, 14-0.
Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Carr. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10. To throw is Carr. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr now gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. 1st and goal. Carr. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Group B now, on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Into space. And he's going to take this all the way back. 84 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys get back in it. It is 21-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Back is Carr. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now, Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. Throwing is Carr. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, You better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Second down, Carr. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Now whistles. Timeout, 3 seconds left in this first half. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This from 45 yards away. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now give on the ground, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. On the carry, it's Williams. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Milton. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Jonathan Mingo. Touchdown, Dallas.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go. And the Cowboys back within 10. It's now 24-14. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Carr now on second down. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Cooks going in motion. First down throw for Carr. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. No chance at all. He'll go down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Cooks going in motion. Carr working out of the gun. The left side into the hands of Olave. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Milton. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Milton. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Carr now to throw on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On second down, here's a run with Kamara. This will be a Saints first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Saints first down.
Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Carr to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. To throw is Carr. That's deep for Olave. And this ball incomplete on third down. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
To return, it is Turpin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Milton. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Milton to the air on second down, and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The open man is Tolbert. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So here it is, 4th down and 10. They'll go. Here's Milton. That's going to be caught. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Here is 1st and goal. Milton going to look to throw it again. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Saints have got it. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Saints. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2. Here's Carr. And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun is Milton. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Try and throw with Milton. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down. Throw once more. Here's Milton. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And that is incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. Third down coming up.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Throwing again is Milton. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. To the air once more is Milton. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Throwing on second down is Milton. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Makes the score Saints 35, Cowboys 21.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.